Alrighty. Hey, Karen, how are you? Awesome. All right, so we're 3 o'clock. Amazing. Want to get ready. Amazing. All right. Beautiful. So we got the Q&A ready to go. Got attendees. Ooh, I'm looking forward to this. All right, I am going to see. Oh, we got Danny Gibson. Oh, or perfect. So we got a few people on right now. All right, so we got Danny Gibson, Karen, and others. So I'm looking forward to this. I feel like I should get going. All right. Hit record. All right. Oh, Susan, welcome, welcome. Amazing. All right. Oh, Nathan Peters. All right, so now we have a good group of people. How is everyone doing tonight? Or tonight? Today? Okay, so I figured now we have everyone here. We got a lot more people. Oh, we got a question here. Great. All right. Thank you, Karen. All right, so let's get this started. Well, welcome everyone to the 92 Social. Welcome to the 92 Social webinar. Let's grow this 92 community. I'm looking forward to teaching you what my mindset is when developing a social media strategy. So let's get started. Who is 92 Social? Well, we are a social media company out of Toronto, primarily focusing with smaller businesses, getting their ideas, getting their products online, and being creative as possible. And right now that we introduced a social media coaching service where we can not only teach you, but to guide you through your social media strategy. And it has actually been a fantastic service where I can see the progression from a client from starting when they don't know what to do all the way to understanding and really getting down to their nitty gritty with social media content. And this is where we can go international, which is amazing for 92 Social. But today, what we're going to talk about is what tools to use for social media, which are very easy. A lot of people think it's a little too hard and they kind of overthink it, but with social media, and especially in 2021, it is easier than ever. And what platforms are for you? And this is where I run into quite often with clients where they have a Twitter and they don't really need a Twitter. And so we're going to discuss what industries are suited for what platform, because I think I always say if you have two platforms and they're really good, you should leave it at that, because I've seen with other brands where they have a full suite of social media platforms and they're not really as good. You always want to have really strong platforms, and sometimes you have to scale down to get where you need to go. And then things to know about social media, like the strategy, the mindset, and just the key terms. Because I know that sometimes it can be a little confusing when you get to the engagement, the reach, and the impressions. What are the differences between each and every one of them? Look at that. All right, so next, what platform is best for you? Let's take advantage of the tools available. That saying, take advantage of the tools available, is crucial. For me, I always like to go with Instagram because they have a lot to offer other than like the TikTok, which is also like pretty popular, but it's very one-dimensional. Instagram has a laundry list of services like guides. A lot of people don't use the Instagram guide, where it is a opportunity to be visual, but also have a pinpoint of your services. If you have a lot of questions, a lot of the same questions that are thrown your way, you could throw it in the guide, and if and you always send that guide to your potential client. So Instagram, as we all know, it is a video-based platform, which primarily was a photo-based platform, but recently Instagram just released saying that they switched over to a video profile. So that is the Instagram Reels, the IGTVs, now the feed, where you see a lot of your Instagram activity is more video based. And it's easy because nowadays you can use your iPhones. You can use your I have an iPhone, I believe I think it's 12. It shoots beautiful content. The quality is unbelievable. And now for Facebook, the thing with Facebook and Instagram, they're owned by the same company. So a lot of content can be transferred between both programs. And when you do decide to place an ad, one of my guests here, Danny Gibson, he's another great co-worker that I work with. He and I kind of discuss where to go when you place a Facebook or an ad. Well, we first decided to go on Facebook because when you place an ad on Facebook, you can go on Instagram. So it's killing two birds with one stone almost. And you can really get down to the details of who you're targeting, what do you want out of this, and your budget and how long you want to go for. But that's a different webinar for a different topic. And then TikTok. TikTok is, as we all know, very, very popular because it's so easy to create content on TikTok. Again, like I was saying before, it's all phones and it's all phone content, which at the end of the day is perfect. And that is more so creative and it is more easily accessible. And for brands, I've seen a lot of people get popular on TikTok, not because of the brand, but their own personal brand. And then they kind of link their own company to it. So it's kind of it's a way of promoting your product without promoting your product in a sense. And then LinkedIn, this is, as we all know, is for professionals. It's for the corporate side, reaching the different target market. Again, it's all about knowing who you are targeting and what is your primary clientele. And so all these have a purpose, a certain purpose for certain platforms, and they at the end of the day, they could work all together. But again, if I see this right now, I would go with Instagram and Facebook. You got to get those two platforms full and healthy. And then maybe you can decide to go on TikTok because, again, you can transfer the content from TikTok to Instagram to Facebook because Facebook has Instagram Reels. And again, it's the same thing as TikTok and Instagram. So again, they're all in a way the same, but at the end, they're all the same. But at the end of the day, they have their own little purpose. I know I'm just saying a lot of words right now, but here's a case study of what I was trying to say. There's this coffee brand out of Toronto called Street Brew. I met with them a year ago. I want to say a year and a half ago during the pandemic, and they are a coffee company that roasts their own beans. They're independent, and they're really passionate about the brand. And as I was talking to them, they're trying to find a way to, get some content out, get that marketing to the next level, take that to the next level. And this is the prime opportunity. It's a prime situation of unlocking their creativity. So a year ago, they were sitting less than 5,000 followers. And Caitlin, as you can see right here in the video, she has been killing it on social media with simple coffee content. Again, they know who they're targeting, and they unlock their creativity with TikTok that kind of leaked over to YouTube, then leaked over to Instagram, where they have their link to their website to buy the coffee beans. And so I want to show you a video, a TikTok of the idea of unlocking their creativity. It's simple. It's so simple, but it's so effective. So let's take this an example.
Let's start the list with espresso. You're going to want to look at the Gaggia Classic. Great price, pulls some amazing espresso shots. Next,
see what I'm saying? So like the idea is have a certain budget to create your own coffee setup. They're a coffee brand, and they use their creativity to think more outside. They're not promoting the brand, but they're still talking about coffee. So they're in the industry, but they're not pitching themselves. They're just talking about coffee, and that's a great way to promote yourself without promoting yourself. So let's take a look.
Grinder, looking at the Eureka Minion Facile, one of the best ones on the market for under $500. Now, I'm going to recommend this Breville Smart Pro as a pour-over grinder, not espresso. Mix that with the Bonavita Gooseneck Kettle and a 3-cup Chemex and pick up some kind of basic kitchen scale.
Beautiful.
Bonus points if it does have a built-in timer.
Awesome. So again, it is very simple. Shot on an iPhone or an Android, and it's effective. This TikTok, I believe last time I checked, it was sitting at 750,000 views. And as we just watched, it's simple, effective, but again, she knows who she knows her target audience, and she realized that it's on TikTok. It's a younger environment, and she realized that a younger environment, they're starting to get into coffee. They're starting to get into all the tips and tricks of coffee, and she just put it on TikTok. And now they're sitting at 400,000 followers on TikTok, 64,000 followers on YouTube. Mind you, she took her TikToks and put it on YouTube as a short. Again, repurposing your content is never a bad thing. And then again, on Instagram, 30,000 followers. But coming from 5,000 to 30,000 within a year and a half is absolutely amazing. So kudos to Street Brew, and also have great coffee. It's beans. You grind them at home, and they're amazing. So check out Street Brew Coffee. Up next, I would like to say a saying that I have close to me. I think about it pretty much every single day. Your brand is your reputation. For me, when I think about social media, you take care of your social media platform, your content, your messaging. As long as you put the focus on that, the followers and your potential customers will follow. Because when people come to your profile, they expect a few things. Like for me, I always put in the mindset that what am I looking for in Instagram profile? Well, I'm looking for if it's active, if it's healthy, does it have Instagram highlight covers, does it have a way to reach you or reach to your product? Again, it's your brand is your reputation. So when I see that, I know that they're taking care. If I know that they're healthy and healthy with their Instagram profile, I know that their brand is taken care of. I know that they're really paying attention to the small details. And I take that saying every single day, and I take that to my clients, where it's really paying attention to you and your brand. Take that. That's number one. And then number 2 and 3 will be your followers and your clients, and they will come after that. So up next is filling out your profile, is just what I was saying before. So as you can see here, 92Social's Instagram, we have our services. We have social media, content creation, and brand strategy. Also, I can also add social media coaching. And right over here, we have the location, events, content, and questions. This is where I kind of filter my Instagram stories into certain subjects where if someone comes onto my post or comes on my profile, they can look. I'm like, okay, so events, what kind of events do they have? What kind of content? And then, especially as a social media agency, there's a lot of questions. So that's why I have the questions underneath where my Instagram highlight cover is. And then right over here, the 92Social webinar. Hey, welcome. And then as you can see right beside it, we do have our Instagram story cover. So perfect time. It's a little ecosystem. But yes, it's important to fill out your profile just to show that one, that your potential clients see that you're you're healthy, you're active. There's a link tree where there's multiple links to wherever you're selling. There's brand colors throughout, which again, it kind of ties into everything. This is where the details do come in when you are developing your social media platforms, and it's the small details on what do you do, how can I reach you, and is your profile matching your logo? Is it matching your vibe, essentially? So filling out your profile is crucial. All right, how can I get content? 3 great tools to get started on social media today. Canva. I cannot stress enough how great Canva is. Actually, I developed this presentation on Canva. This is there's a free program and there's also a pro plan to Canva. But if you're just starting out on social media, a free plan is more than enough. You have countless of templates on social media content. You can go down to Instagram feed, story, Facebook covers, YouTube covers, Etsy covers, anything that you think that you need, Canva has. And again, I can't stress enough, it's free. And I use this daily for my invoices, for my Instagram highlight covers, and as well as just filling out each social media profile. So it's a really great tool. I've turned on multiple people on Canva. One of our guests today is Nathan Peters, and I have him on Canva daily. So we have up next, we have iDropper. It's not as popular as Canva, but once you're on Canva, you start to develop your content for your business. And colors, brand colors is crucial. So how can you get the exact brand color? Well, you use this app. I believe it's a Google Chrome extension. It Once you download it, it's free. You can go hover over. Let's take this red rectangle for example. If I wanted this type of red and I want this exact color, I just highlight it over, and it gives you your color code, gives you all the information that you can import that to Canva. So you're still staying on brand and it's free. Up next is Undraw. Again, this is another tool that I use that it's good for blog posts. It's good for social media posts. It offers you animations. So as you can see in the logo, it's a phone with a lady in there doing her thing. But once you get onto the website, you can type in the topic that you want to cover, and it'll give you lists of options. And then going back to iDropper, you can take the exact same color code and upload it to Undraw. So you're still staying in the brand scheme and you're still having it all together. So those are the 3 top tools that I use on the daily basis that are absolutely free, great to use, and you're taking that extra step compared to your competitors. So Canva, iDropper, Undraw, beautiful, easy to use, and it's free. All right, so let's talk about social media strategy, starting a social media strategy. This is when I start with a client and when I talk to clients as a coach, I always use these 3 tips to kind of spark plug the strategy. So first and foremost, SWOT analysis: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So what are your strengths as a brand? You write that down. Weaknesses, take that down. Opportunities, this is where you kind of get creative with your ideas. So after taking a look throughout your competitors, what is something that it's creative and something that you can do, and you can do it confidently, and then you just kind of take that idea and then you just write out a little plan on that. And then threats, it's which will kind of lead towards the competitors in the unicorn method. But what are your threats in that certain brand, in that certain industry, that you need to be aware of to not only get lost in the sauce, but also take that extra step above your competitors. So that leads me to my second point: competitors. I I would believe this is one of the most important steps to create a social media strategy. After you do the SWOT analysis and being really honest to your brand, you have to look at your competitors. You have to take a general sweep of who's doing well, who's the best on social media in your industry. What is the thing that makes them popular, and what is the weakness, like what is the weaker brand in your industry? And then you just compare from your SWOT analysis, you compare with competitors, and you'll just, again, it's all about taking notes and seeing what is something that I can do better. And that also leads to the unicorn method. The unicorn method is when you look at that platform that is the best in your industry, what is that one thing that they're doing so well that is making them so popular and getting those conversions? So once you figure out that unique thing, it's time to take that back to your social media strategy, how to make it your own, and how can you make it better. So it's really crucial to do a SWOT analysis as a base. Look at your competitors and see what's going on in that field. And then the unicorn method, taking the best platform or taking the best profile and seeing what's working and what's not, taking that back, retooling, and make it your own. So that is the basis of social media strategy. It is being honest with yourself, self-aware, and execution. Execution is one of the biggest things when it comes to social media strategies. Up next, top tips. All right. Here are the top tips that I can say to you that I kind of covered before. So stick to a few social media platforms that make sense for your business. So, for example, Instagram and Facebook will be perfect for restaurants. This is where Instagram, you could show the food, you could show the vibe of the restaurant, and then the Facebook is where you can host the reservations, you can host the events, you can really get the behind the scenes, while the Instagram is more the show, the show biz. It's where you kind of give it your best in terms of the content type. But again, the whole reason of sticking to a few platforms is the rule of thumb is if you want to be the best of the best, it's always good to have a few platforms than a lot, and then post consistently. And this is, I want to say, in terms of tips, this might be the most important tip that I can say is you got to post consistently. You have to post weekly, monthly. When I started with clients that are looking for that momentum, and social media is all momentum, you have to post a little bit more, maybe 4 to 5 times a week to start gaining that momentum. And it might take a month, it might take 6 months, but once you get that momentum and people can rely on your posting, that's when you can ease off, maybe do 3 to 5 posts. But as long as you stay consistent, that is the key. And with a lot of business owners, they don't have time to every single day to post away. But if you're a restaurant and you have Instagram and Facebook, you have Facebook Creator Studio. It's absolutely free. It is run by Facebook, obviously, and you can schedule, you can read the analytics, and you can post all in one platform. So it is a great tool. But if you're thinking about getting LinkedIn as an example, well, I can say Hootsuite has last time I checked, three free platforms that you can use to post your social media content. So there are ways to have a free plan, but it's also effective because at the end of the day, you're just worrying about your own brand. And finally, the last two, always respond to comments and questions. Community management, especially when you're starting out, it's important to react to your followers because this is where, again, it falls back to filling out your profile. When people reach out, they expect an answer. And once you have time, respond, like, and make sure it's not just emojis, the thumbs up, thumbs up. Like, I'm guilty of that. But it's meaningful. It gets to the answer. It answers their question. And because of this idea, it gives the client, or it gives the your audience a feeling that you care about them and you're on it, and it gives you the extra step because a lot of people don't really do that. And it's for me, it's something that's easy to do, it's free, and it helps tremendously taking that extra step above your competitors. And then I'm also a big advocate of using what the platform has to offer. Like I was saying with Instagram, there's reels, there's stories, there's guides, IGTV. I always believe that you have to use what they give you, because once you start developing the strategy, posting constantly, responding to the comments, and really using the reels, stories, you'll start getting rewarded. You'll start getting noticed a little bit more. And again, people come to your profile, they're like, oh wow, okay. They're doing, like, they're taking care of their social media, which means they'll take care of me when I come to when I'm reaching out to question about your service. So always respond to comments and use the Instagram Reels, stories, and etc. Up next is things to remember. Social media, it can get overwhelming and it can get a little too hectic, but it's never too late to start posting on social media. It's never too late. And I always encourage to start small and then gradually start building from what you're doing. And it all starts from somewhere. And once you start building your social media posts and content, you'll start to learn a little bit more, and you'll get more confident, and then you kind of build from there. But when you're posting, timing is everything. And this kind of relies on, when you start posting, it's take a note when you are getting more likes, when you're getting more comments. What time of day is it? And then take that note down. And remember, next time you post or next time you schedule your post, make sure you hit it between these 2 hours, because it's all about knowing when your audience is online. For example, restaurants. It is the 5 p.m. where people are starting to look where to look, when people are starting to look where to eat. And then also maybe around 10 or 11, if you're a bar, is when you start posting and get those people that are looking to find a place to have a good time with their friends. And then also pay attention to what type of content does well, and then double down on it. So it kind of goes well with timing, where you realize what type of content, if it's video, if it's photo, is it the reels, whatever is more popular at that moment, double down and get on that, because this is where you can really take that extra step and really elevate your profile. And again, it's just staying on top of your profile. But that's the thing with Hootsuite and Facebook Creator Studio, they'll tell you that. It's all on the analytical side, and it's very easy to do. And it's all about just, taking your time with it as well. Don't get overwhelmed. Just take your time, read the analytics, and just reassess. All right, terms to know. This is where I run into a lot of questions on what's the difference between impressions, what's the difference between engagement. So here are 3 terms that you might need to know. Impressions, how many times your post was seen. So this could be the same person. I can go to your profile and I can see your post a few times, maybe let's say 5 times, and that's 5 impressions. Reach is the unique account. So this is where we get me, my friends. If there's 3 friends, that's 3 people you reached. And then the engagement is the amount of times that you have a comment, like, and shares. And this is one of the reasons why I always say respond to comments, respond to likes, respond to everything, because you can have that, you can have, let's say, 10 comments, and once you reply to all 10, that's 20 engagement. Again, it's super easy, super effective, and it tells the, let's say, Instagram that, oh, it's getting popular. So the algorithm, theoretically, the algorithm will start putting your post in a loop where you get to more people. Again, it's easy, effective, just respond, and you start to create that relationship online, which is absolutely crucial. So yeah, those are the 3 terms that I often get asked. I'm like, what's the difference? Why do I have to know these things? It can be overwhelming, but one thing I want you to take away is the engagement. Make sure you respond to comments, you respond to likes, and you really start building that relationship, because those 10 comments can turn to 20 comments that can possibly turn into 30. Easy, effective, and it'll be on the right foot. All right, so how can 92Social help you? 92Social, we have 2 templates and more coming up the pipeline, social media templates. So we have 50 social media templates, a 25 Instagram feed, and 25 Instagram stories ready to go on Canva. Again, for you, it's free. Go on the Etsy store and let me know what you think. I would love to start this discussion. Then I also have the Instagram highlight covers. Again, that's another thing that I mentioned before, where it is, again, easy to do, where you kind of organize your stories and it looks more professional, looks more clean, and it really helps you kind of narrow down on your brand. And then we also have Intro to Instagram. This is our course. Yes, 92Social has a course, and it's all about Instagram, teaching you more about Instagram, kind of taking you through the tour on what to use, what are the tools, and what is it for, and how can you capitalize and really make it your own. So Intro to Instagram is a great course for that. Also, we have our promo code within the course. If you send that to me, you get 2 free hours with myself to develop your social media strategy for free. So it's 2 hard hours looking at your strategy and developing it and making sure that you're comfortable what you're going to do. And yeah, it's actually a great service. It's a great offering, as well as social media coaching. Yes, this is where I can help you coach throughout your process, throughout your strategy. So this could be really if you know someone that is that hire, a service provider company that just hired a marketing manager, but they don't know anything about social media. We can help you develop your social media strategy, ask tons of questions, have an open discussion, and you can really work with me closely And yeah, so it's really to help you find out what you can do as a business and unlocking your creativity. All right, so now we have the section where it's questions. So if anyone has any questions, I'm going to stop screen sharing. So hey, so yeah, like we have any questions at the moment? Oh yes, Danny. Let's see how this bad boy works. But yeah, no, it's a really great webinar, just kind of teach you what's going on. And yeah, if you guys have any questions moving forward, please reach out to me, Riley at 92social.ca. And oh, we got a lot of people going on here that are messaging me. But yeah, so if you have any questions about social media, about your strategies, please feel free to send me an email. I would love to set up a chat. I realize I'm a little bit over 30 minutes, so I'll wrap it up, and I don't want to waste any more of your time. And thank you very much for joining the 92 Social webinar, our first webinar, and it's an absolute honor. So thank you very much, and we'll see you soon. Take care, guys.